Today's Nasdaq chart overview is going to be for 1/24/2022. Basically, we were in a range in the overnight session in between 558.75 and 525.75 area. And that happened until about 3 o'clock in the morning when we started making a channel down. And you can see that here. We made one leg down, came back up, ranged a little bit, made a second leg down until market open. We ripped up a little bit and then we just kept coming back down. We made 1, 2 legs down, 3. That's 1, 2, 3 legs down. And we ended up bottoming out somewhere around the 706.75 area. Started to consolidate a little bit, and then we just started coming back up with a recovery, a V recovery. And if you haven't already seen, this is where I took my trade. I came in at this bottom, and then I ended up getting out close to this 0.64 area. Before I get into this trade right here, the first thing you should know is I actually took this trade on micro contracts, not E-minis. The reason for that was I actually had 2 losers early on today, and I really wasn't feeling it. I actually was just going to shut down and not trade anymore for the day. But I ended up just scaling down to micro contracts, and I just waited for an opportunity. And luckily, I got that opportunity around 11:40, somewhere around there. And I caught this trade right here, and I just let that trade run all the way until the 0.64 area. Let's go ahead and look at this trade. Around 11:30, we started to consolidate in this area right here. And I believe at the time, standard deviation 1 was actually right under this area. Because these are dynamic, right? They move as candles are printed on the screen. So once I saw that this area broke through standard deviation 1, which at the time was right here, I let it break through, and once it bounced, I ended up getting in. So once it bounced, came back up, and I got in at the second leg coming up. And you can see that sellers were coming in and they just disappeared right here. Buyers started to come in, and that's exactly where I got in at this point. The reason why I stayed in this trade as long as I did was, if we go back to this chart, we were practically at the bottom of the day. And you can see we had made this final leg down. We consolidated a little bit with these 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 candles. We tried to go lower but failed, and we just started going up. And it was around, I want to say this candle right here where it failed is where I got in basically and just let my trade run. And I actually chose 0.64 as my target originally, but because of how fast this was moving up, I ended up removing my target profit limit order, and I would just move my stop loss every so often. So I got in at 13,833.25, and you can see it on my actual broker's platform. So this is where I got in by this green dotted line. This is 13,833.25, and I just let that trade run. I didn't get out here because we didn't come close to my initial entry, and so I just waited for a bit, and it paid off because we just kept going up, and we went all the way up until this area. And I actually almost got out right here at this area. I ended up putting my stop right here, just under this candle, and we made a double test, and actually thought I was going to get stopped out right here, but I didn't. I came really close, but it didn't, and it just shot all the way up. And same thing with this area right here. I put my stop loss just under this point of control line. Almost got stopped out, and I didn't. Luckily I didn't, and we kept on going up. But this area right here was actually this large candle right here. And so this is what prompted me to get out. We were already above 0.64 right here, and I felt that if we were going to start going lower, it would have been better to just get out. And you can see right here, we came up, came down, and this is where I saw we had a lower high, so that prompted me to get out. And you can see that here, just nothing but sellers coming in, no buyers at all. No buyers right here. Basically non-existent. And then sellers are starting to come through, and that's just it. I need to get out. And this is basically where I got out right here. And for the rest of the day, we just started going up. We came back down, we came up. Another sell-off right here, leg down. And we just went all the way up by the end of the day. The main thing for today, I guess, would be if you're having, like for me, 2 losses in a row, it goes back to, the last video that I did. Yeah, we were talking about how I lost all my profits and just trying to be more disciplined about getting out and staying out of the market once I have so many losses. In this case, I decided to scale back, which basically I'm not risking as much money, right? Because we're doing micro contracts. I guess what I'm trying to say is if you're starting to have a couple losses, just take a step back, just kind of take a breather, look at the market over again, take a second to reevaluate and scale down. I mean, if you're going to keep trading, which in my case I did, try to scale down. Instead of using E-minis, use micro contracts. It's like, how other people say, live to trade another day, right? That's basically what we're trying to do. We're just trying to protect our money, and that's primarily the main thing, right? We're trying to protect our money, our capital. That way we can actually make money later. But today was an interesting day. Sell-off, recovery, poses a lot of questions. Are we going to be ranging for the rest of this week? Are we going to recover to where we were at, a month ago? Because we've been in a downtrend for about a month now. If we go to our daily chart, You can see we've been in a downtrend since December 28th. So basically a month we've been in a downtrend. And today was the first day that we kind of broke out of it. Sort of. Will we go back up next week? Who knows? Who knows, right? We don't trade the news. We don't trade politics or anything like that. All we do is trade what price is telling us. If it goes up, we're going to be long biased. If we're coming down, we're going to be short biased. That's all we can do, right? But anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. I've showed you the trade that I took and the reasons why I took this trade. Pretty massive trade, 251.25 points. And that was for 2 contracts on the micro Nasdaq. MNQ. If you like this video, comment, like, subscribe. If you hate it, let me know. Put it in the comments. What can I do better? And I will do my best to make these videos better. Other than that, we'll see you guys next time.